care or garbage or pest control, anything like that you need to be aware of. Elevators should have copies of that. Examine those relationships, see if you can get better deals, whether those contracts are voidable, and so forth. Same thing with vending. There may be vending machines on the property or other suppliers of goods or services. You need to know about those agreements. Same thing with office equipment leases and security. Security is something that may be pre-existing or it may be something that you want to consider, and that would be an additional cost that you need to account for. During the time you're looking at this property, there's going to be timelines that come in, and you're going to want to have a timeline to follow how you go about your business respecting the property. Some of the timelines will be enforced by way of contract. Your purchase agreement will specify how much time you have to do due diligence, how much time you have to get a loan, how much time for a number of different things, and removal of contingencies and so forth. So you've got to have a document with the timeline that you can put into your Outlook or whatever way you have for reminding yourself, so you don't miss these timelines, because especially if you have time of the essence agreements, the failure to meet a substantial deadline could actually cause your contract to become void or voidable. Forms, we'll talk about that later. Escrow, once you have solidified your agreement into a final agreement, you're going to be opening an escrow, because probably you're going to deposit some money in good faith to the seller. So you're going to have to open an escrow. You're going to be depositing money. You want to have a folder for all those activities involving the escrow. And during the course of the purchase, if you consummate it, you're going to have these various types of documents like deeds and title documents and title insurance, and this will be a convenient place to keep them. Lastly, well, maybe not lastly, but we have loan applications. As you go about attempting to purchase the property, you may make a number of loan applications to different lenders. Sometimes when you first make a loan application, it may not be accepted or approved. It may take quite a bit of effort, especially in this recessionary time, to get a lender willing to finance a property. I would tell you, don't be discouraged. I would start locally first with the banks that are most familiar with the properties and the economic environment nearby, and then in the event that doesn't work, you could always, or at the same time even, contact mortgage brokers. Some of the documents you may be asked to provide in connection with the loan application would be the resume of yourself, if you're going to be the owner, or the other owners. And what they're looking for is any type of experience to show that you are qualified to operate a investment property, a rental property. And if not, you may want to bring someone on board, like someone like us, like Enrich Investments, to be a joint owner with you. So you have that credibility, and a bank will say, yes, you have team members that are capable of operating this property. You're going to need tax returns, and you're going to need probably asset verification. So there's different forms that could be used to show your net worth, and we have those forms, and if you need one, we'd be happy to provide one to you. Last two categories are entity formation. You will decide in talking with your lawyer or accountant whether it may be more beneficial for you to form a limited liability company or some other type of holding company to avoid personal liability for any accidents or mishaps at the property, or also to ensure the continued existence of ownership. So that's something you'll talk about with your lawyer or accountant, and there's a tab for that in the notebook rather. Lastly, there's a category for expenses. Obviously, there's going to be expenses as you move through this deal. You may have travel expenses. You may have inspection expenses. There'll be lots of different expenses that may come up, and for convenience, it may be helpful to have a tab for that. Well, that's it for this installment, and stay tuned for the next one. And again, don't forget to contact us with any specific questions. You feel free to call us at any time or email us at Enrich Investments. Thank you.